Hey guys, this is Andy with Get Your Wellies. Welcome back to the channel where we have cold weather scheduled. We have a freeze warning till 9 o'clock in the morning. So join me as I get the garden ready for the upcoming frosty weather. But as always, why don't you get your wellies? Meet me in the garden. Well, first thing I do is disconnect the water right here from the faucet. This line down here, this white line, there's two faucets on the ends of this. So this is the one in the backyard. I just turn these off, turn the water off, open these up, and then there's one on the other end by the plants I was sitting at the beginning. This other one's kind of hidden in the bushes here, but what I did was open that up, and then because this one and the one I just showed you are higher than ground level, what I did last year to make draining it easier was just to install a tap down here. So I just open that up and it just drains all the water out of the system. And then I close it up when it's all drained out, and it stays pretty dry in there, not enough water to do any damage if there's anything left in there. Now I rolled up all of my hoses and took out different sprinklers and timers because we do not want any of these things to freeze and they'll break. This stuff just does not need to be out when it's that close to freezing. So right before sunrise in the morning, Halloween, it's supposed to get down to 32, and the next night even colder. Now these are the sweet potatoes. Ordinarily I would have taken those out today. First frost is actually not a bad time to take them out. We've got some dying vines here, so I think what's going to happen, I'm not going to have time to take those out today. Plus it actually unfortunately rained for several days before this freeze warning is here, so unfortunately ideally we would have this ground pretty dry in these buckets. Right now it's pretty wet, so I'm hoping tomorrow I may be able to get what's in there out, because they'll be okay in the ground at 32, but these vines are going to look pretty shabby, I bet, tomorrow. So that'll be the next video, as we take those out and see what we got this year in these 4 tubs. Now we still have moonflowers coiled up, but I think if we get any tonight, this will be the last night for these. These little ones are not going to make it. In fact, these vines are covered with so I collected up these pods to get the seeds from. I'm going to let these dry in the garage, and then I'll collect the seeds out of them in a week or so. With these pods, there's a big one here. I actually came around earlier today and picked off, I don't know, probably 30 or so, way more than I need. Each one of these pods contains anywhere from 2 up to maybe 5 seeds, average 3 to 4. Some of them are still small, but I picked off the biggest ones, so hopefully I will not be buying moonflower seeds next year. We'll keep those. If you do that, if you have moonflowers this year, there's another bloom that may come out tonight. If you have moonflowers this year and you collect the seed pods, let them dry out. Once they're good and dry, you can get the seeds from those in a few days or a week. But do remember that all parts of the moonflower are poisonous, but particularly when plants are poisonous, it's almost always the worst. So I collected up these pods to get the seeds from. I'm going to let these dry in the garage, and then I'll collect the seeds out of them in a week or so. So we have a couple of tomatoes here. We don't have very many tomatoes, I'll be honest. This time last year we actually had a few more days and it was still pretty warm. The few tomatoes I have around here now are pretty immature. I will go ahead and pick them off though. These are small, but I will put them in a box in the kitchen or in a bowl and let them just kind of ripen in there. Might as well get the few that we've got rather than them go to waste. And I believe last year I put these to the second round of tomatoes, which is what these are, in a little bit earlier, and then the frost didn't come till a little bit later, so those two things together gave me a much better crop on that second round. But you know, next year we'll make sure the second round goes in a little bit earlier. So a lot of what you see in the garden this time of year is just basic cleanup stuff. I am going to work on some infrastructure this year. I'm going to redo my rain gutter grow system to incorporate, probably just do gutters. Take the gutters out and do the 4-inch drain pipes, because those are a lot stronger. And I'm going to replace the 2, and then we'll take a look at the float system and I may upgrade that a little bit. But those are things to work on when you have those nicer days during the winter time. Well, not exactly breaking any records with my tomatoes, but we'll see. We'll let them change color here on the table and hopefully some of them will be pretty good. I guess I'll take my wandering Jew inside overnight anyway, and that needs to be repotted, so I've got work to do there. These strawberries, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to leave them overnight, and I may just leave these in and see what comes back in the spring. Some of these, it's their second year, so I'll probably replace them anyway, but we'll see. Some of these look pretty good, but this is all going to die back. Might try saving some bare roots, but it may not be worth it to me. Well guys, thanks for joining me in the garden today. First frost, it's coming if you haven't already seen it, so you might start bringing some of your things in if you can do ahead of time. That rain really messed me up because I could not get out here to do anything. My garden area is just like a swamp when it rains, so anyway, you do make the best of it, whatever it is. But if you still got time, go ahead and get those things out. Definitely get all your infrastructure stuff, your hoses wound up and timers put up, those sensitive things that cost a lot. You want to take good care of them. Anyway, I will see you on the next one. Maybe it'll be to get some sweet potatoes. Maybe our tomatoes will be ripening up. But anyway, I will see you on the next video. Thanks again. Give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, bye now.